Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody, another comic episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's having amnesia with me tonight?
I don't know who I am. A Sonic slut at the very least.
That's for sure. Yeah. So we are here to talk about the last volume of the Metal Virus Saga. Even though the Metal Virus Saga ended last volume, technically there's still one more volume that wraps it up called... So this is Hedgehog Volume 8, Out of the Blue, which we were supposed to talk about the annual in this book, which we already talked about, so you listen to the other episode. We were just going to be talking about issues 30 through 32, and I don't know where else this will go. So, issue 30, which is also the cover of issue 30, which is also the cover of this episode art. I like this cover. This is a happy cover, which I think we needed after all the bullshit we've had for a lot of books.
Yeah,
for 5 fucking volumes.
The vast majority of the characters silhouetted inside of Sonic.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what was happening. The Sonic.
Yeah, all of the orange background is Sonic.
Okay, that's even cooler than I thought. I like that. That's a very cool... It's a very cool cover.
It's a very cool cover.
And I think you needed this. Like, Metal Virus, as I've said many times, was so sad. Like, you needed something more uplifting, and this is much more uplifting.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I mean,
get back to the sad again.
I feel like the next saga won't be as bad.
Like I've said, yes and no.
I mean, I've seen what the name of it is, which doesn't mean anything to me, and we'll talk about that afterwards. But like, I have hope that it won't be nearly as depressing. So, yeah. All right.
So,
and then
where do we start off, Mike?
This issue starts off with you essentially the end of what happened last, where Sonic is trying to get rid of the Warp Topaz. He's supersonic with Silver. Silver gets thrown down back to Angel Island, and then Sonic, which we already knew, gets sucked away. But you just get to see a little bit more of it.
Where is Sonic? Nobody knows. But Knuckles is pretty sure he's going to come back any minute now.
Okay, that was funny. They did that joke a lot longer than I thought they would, because I think this entire issue, when shit is happening still, he's just standing there looking up at the air, not doing anything but saying, any minute now, and you just keep saying it, or any second now, and he just keeps standing there.
Look.
So, that was funny.
The Master Emerald is safe. He doesn't have to care about anything else anymore. But Sonic is his buddy, rival, whatever.
I mean, I think both work in that. Yeah, you are right. Both work in that sense. I would say more friend than rival though. Now.
Yeah, at this point.
I mean, but early Sonic, like Sonic and Knuckles, rival, yes. But I would say, is Shadow more of a rival at this point?
Also, yes.
I mean, I don't think they're as much friends as they should be.
Shadow's complicated. Shadow's a really good anti-hero, but we're not here for Shadow yet.
Not yet.
And Eggman starts to get away. Of course, in a restoration shuttle, which is hilarious.
What a shithead.
He's gonna take any chance he gets. That's the Eggman we know and love.
I like how he has a line here. He even says, "Good thing I took special care to repurpose only non-essential parts of the shuttle for that portal device."
He knows what he's about. He always has to keep one step ahead. Will it fail? Of course, because everything's an alpha test to him, but...
I mean, he's brilliant and stupid at the same time.
Yes, which we will get to near the end. And then we get more of Cream and Vanilla. Cream's back to being her normal self, actually caring, because, hey, everybody's safe, including Vanilla, her mom. The bad times are over. Oh shit, Zavok's back. Or Zavok, or whatever you call him.
I don't know. I'm tired of the Deadly Six, but I'm assuming they're going to go away soon, so. Oh, not? Okay.
Yes and no. There is a little bit more with them, but they do go relatively away for a while.
Okay. I mean, they're not bad. I just because I have no association with them is really all it is.
Yeah, and I also don't have any association with them, so it's time to play Lost World. Which
I still can't get over how you have no association with them.
I also have no association with colors.
That also surprised me, for the record. As the resident Sonic slut, as you like to introduce yourself for all these, I don't understand.
What can I say? Besides, I'm sorry.
You could say it over... No, never mind. But all right, one day we're going to change that, because I want to play those too. So one day that will change.
Excellent.
And, I mean, Zaxxon doesn't last long here, because since he doesn't have the Chaos Emerald anymore, I do like how, is it, Cheese, and what's the other one's name? Little
Chocola.
Chows? Yeah, they get, does Chocola in this scene too? But Cheese gets her moment to beat the shit out of Zaxxon. And
Cheese not only gets his moment, it's the
Awesome, man.
fact that Cream has no fear of this guy. She
I
is
like
she is so brave, and I'm so proud of her. And she's just like, no, I'm done. Cheese, get him. Does it do any damage? No. But does she get the first punch in by proxy? Yes.
I really appreciate that.
And then Tangle comes in, and we get the whole gang coming in, being flung in by Silver to beat the crap out of this guy. Love it.
It's a good scene. And then Tangle gets involved. The Chaotix get involved. Yeah, I guess he does hold his own for a little bit, but he can't handle the onslaught of everybody. Even Whisper gets a chance to smack him with a hammer. That's nice.
I figured you would enjoy that the Chaotix got a few hits in.
Yeah, the Chaotix also got hit too. But
that is true.
It made me happy just to see them have something to do together. Man, the more we read this comic, the more I go, maybe I should play Sonic Heroes for the first time someday. I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, never thought there'd be this many Sonic episodes on this podcast that have nothing to do with the game. So, hey, what can I say?
So proud.
Never saw that coming. And then it kind of, after they beat Zaxxon's ass, then you kind of see the other evil six are terrorizing towns where they were.
Yeah, but they get bored very easily, it seems.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, the people try to fight them. I like how you see the people that were, now no longer zombots now in their ruined cities are trying to just beat the shit out of these people. They're like, fuck them. I like that.
Yeah. It turns out that the Deadly Six are not that much of a problem if their leader is taken out.
Yeah. I do like that. I mean, I don't know anything about these characters, which sucks, but I thought it was good. Good little scenes, and the fact that everybody in this, even in an issue, gets a chance. Like, you see the Babylon Rogues have a little bit of moments together, and it's a lot of just dialogue, and it was just nice. It was what we needed here. So I really appreciated that, because we needed a little bit of levity and a little bit of happiness. Even if it doesn't last very long, we needed a little.
No, that's a really good way to put it.
And still love the part with Rouge where she's still on the Master Emerald, and I think Knuckles like, okay, you gotta go, and she's like, oh, just 5 more minutes.
Yeah, but do you see the way they blush at each other?
I'm looking.
When she says, "You're so stubborn, until next time, handsome." Look at their cheeks.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
don't worry, that's not the only blushing in this 3-issue arc.
I know what you're talking about, so we'll get there. And then Gemdril, did I get his name right?
Gemerl?
I did not get his name right this time. He gets murdered, essentially. I mean, that is a cool panel where Metal Sonic just shoves his arm through him.
It's so good.
I'm assuming he's not dead, because he's a robot.
No.
But
cool. Even then, Metal Sonic still proving, after how many decades of beating this franchise since Sonic CD, that he's still a badass and must be feared.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been a badass. Like, he's never been a weak character. He's powerful ass character. So I like it that he gets some more time to shine in this comic. Eggman runs away and he takes Omega's head with him, which I was confused why. But that's his.
Well, Omega is one of his creations.
Where is Omega's first introduction? Do you know?
That would be Sonic Heroes.
Oh, because I know he's on Team Dark.
So he is the power character for Team Dark, but the E100 series starts with Sonic Adventure because that's a Gamma, Beta, all of them.
Man, I am missing out. The fact that I've never played that game.
It's pretty good one.
Yeah, but it's not Sonic Adventure 2. You see, that's
I know. But see, that's the thing. I hate that Sonic Hero. This is like a side thing. I hate that Sonic Heroes is called Sonic Heroes, and then people are like, "Where's Sonic Adventure 3?" I'm like, it's right fucking there.
I was wondering the same thing, but then I realized over time, that's essentially just Adventure 3.
It literally concludes an Easter egg story arc that appears in Sonic Adventure 1 and continues a story arc in Sonic Adventure 2. It's Sonic Adventure 3.
It's just weird that they went with a different name. Maybe they just thought, at that time, if we put 3 in front of it, that will turn off some people not to buy it. Maybe that was why they did it. I don't know. There had to be some stupid reasoning that gave us the title Heroes.
There must have been. Because I'm going to assume it had something to do with the fact that there are more there's so many playable characters and that they're all built up that it's like everybody is a hero, but they're the Sonic heroes. Like, it's so dumb.
Sonic Hero. That's all I remember from it.
I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now, thanks to you.
You're welcome. Anytime. Anytime I can help you out. All right, and then you see, this is a good scene here too, where when they're escaping not Metal Virus, fuck Metal Virus. When Metal Sonic goes with Eggman, he sends him, because Shadow's chasing after him, he's like, go get him. And he holds his own. Like, Metal Sonic kind of stops Shadow, which I thought was cool. Like, he knocks him down and they get away. Like, that was cool to me. I kind of I was there for that.
I wish the fight wasn't as disjointed as it is across the multiple panels, but at the same time, they are characters who can move fast enough that it makes sense.
Yes, but it makes sense. But it was cool. I was a little impressed. I was like, okay, this is interesting. I had a good time with it. Just seeing that, and then this is when you find out what happened. You see Blaze sitting at her castle in her different world and dimension. Man, every time we see Blaze, I'm like, I really should play her game. Like, every
same.
time. I think about it. I'm like, I should put that on a schedule because Phoebe will do it with me, but too busy. It crosses my mind though every time.
And, what's that just fell out of the sky, Mike? In Blaze's other reality.
It's a spiky porcupine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that surprised me a little bit that they brought Sonic back that quick. I thought it was going to be like the end of this little arc, but it was still interesting. It was cool. I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, I do like that, and I don't know enough about Blaze to understand, but I mean, he can get back. Apparently, get back not that hard. So we'll find out later on in this little arc. So
yeah, we're gonna get there.
When it does show, it shows me in this one some of the alternate covers. Some of the alternate covers are kind of cool. There's an Omega one. There's just Super Shadow Super Sonic. Super Silver.
I'm really quick gonna send you like the C and D.
I have them. I'm looking at them right now. I think.
Oh,
this version has them. Oh, and then the ad for this which we didn't do last episode, is for Kanto, Canto, whatever. We've seen it before, but they're advertising
the little night guy.
Yeah, I don't know, nor do I care. But yes, it exists.
I have sent artwork that is in the back of my Omnibook. Included, even with them, is a Sonic Advance style version of Tangle.
I do want to play Sonic Advance, all three of those too. Damn it, there's just too many games. Too many games and not enough. Okay, you have more than I have. Okay, that Sonic Advance Tangle that's a really cool looking.
Told you.
I like that. All right.
There's a lot more covers than that. Those are the ones I figured you would like the most.
You are correct. There's also some like General fighting Eggman in his giant mech, which hasn't happened yet. That is cool. Metal Sonic with the metal virus like infecting his hand. That didn't happen. That's cool. Okay, yeah, these are cool covers. All right, then that brings us to issue 31.
Really good art.
Yeah, this is a good cover, too. Everyone's partying, and then you have a giant robotic hand in the sky. Looks like it's about to crush them that they don't see. Not in the sky, but coming off screen. Everybody's partying.
And we of course start with Blaze being a princess, having tea time with, man, I don't know who this character is.
The koala bear?
No, this Mr. Spiky Head or whatever they call him. Yeah,
I don't know
who this character is. I mean, Sonic is gone.
What do they call? I think they call him Needlehead or what?
Yeah, something like that. Mr. Needle Mouse.
Yeah, that's funny. That was funny. But no, you see Blaze having tea. You see she has little sandwiches cut in squares with olives on them. It's adorable. And there is a koala servant with her too, which
a vizier type of character.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a wand, and he's not trying to sleep with her daughter. So there's that.
Oh dear God!
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just gonna go watch Twisted after this.
Hey, Aladdin only steals what he can't afford, and that's everything.
Like I said, I'm going to watch Twisted after this. Thanks to
I want to watch Aladdin again, Ashley. Every so often, I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
It is. Remember when Disney made good movies? So.
Yeah, I remember the 2 good sequels that came from it either, but we're not here for those.
We could be.
we could be.
I thought about it actually many times. But
and Return of Jafar, King of Thieves. We're not here. No. So,
But, all right, so I do like where after you see him have Sonic having tea and you find out he has no memory of who he is, and I was wondering they were going to go somewhere else with this.
I find it really interesting that his vocabulary has expanded because of a head bump. He knows the word precocious.
Yeah, that's not a word you hear very often.
Especially not from Sonic.
Fair statement. I can't disagree with that one. And then you have Amy back at the headquarters where the headquarters are, ruined, and she's just sad and overwhelmed. And it makes sense. I mean, she didn't really mean to take over. She just meant to help with the restoration part of it. And Knuckles abandoned her and said, well, fuck you. I gotta go hang out in Angel Island again.
Yeah. But who shows up? Hey, it's Jewel, the person who likes organizing things because she owns her own little personal gem museum.
I thought of you when I saw Jewel.
Why?
I don't think you're an organizing person. I don't know why. I just did for some reason.
I like to keep, or if I had more time and space, I would organize a lot better.
Okay. I don't know. There was something about the way that like she comes in here, she's like, I like to organize, and it just made me think of you for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. Other than I know you like Jewel. So
I mean, Jewel's a good character. They're all good characters. I like all these characters.
They really are. And that's impressive with this comic. Like, they added a lot of new characters into Sonic, and it works. And they also make good use of so many characters and make it work. Like, it is impressive how good this comic is. Because I had no expectations when we started reading this, and we are now 8 volumes into this, essentially 9 episodes, and yeah, I like it. So, I gotta give them props. They did a good job.
Mike, the best is yet to come. And won't it be fine?
Oh, we'll go there together, so we'll find out. Because I'm going to read this entire thing with you. So eventually we'll get to a point where we're caught up and we have to wait for you to get new trades. So that'll happen eventually.
Perhaps. It'll be like 62 issues in, though.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, it'll take us a little bit to get through the next saga, which you have in trade. So it'll be a bit. You actually have the next 2 sagas in trade. So it'll be a little bit, yeah. Who knows? Might happen if we do enough of these. But all right, that's not what we're here for. And then you have, I do like this because it's been a long time since you've seen Rough and Tumble. And they did a small couple pages where Tails and Tangle find them in a hole where they were put in back when they got tricked by Robotnik and became metal virus infected.
So, of course, because Tangle and Tails are heroes and best known for using their tails, funny enough, Tangle gets them out. And what do?
They run away.
Instantly fuck off.
Yep, they're like, we're gonna go cause more trouble.
We are giving you a second chance. You dorks just gave us a free pass to run wild.
Yeah, and they're like, they'll be back in jail by the end of the day. Yeah, probably.
If they even get out of the mines.
Yeah,
and we can see while Tails and Tangle are talking a few panels later, there's just the silhouettes of Rough and Tumble lost.
It's funny. And this is where Tangle says, we're going to have a party at my place. Or in her town. Which I was expecting the next comic to be a little different, but we'll get there shortly. So then Silver goes back to the future. And I guess this is how his future is supposed to be. Because he's like, we have a good future, but he doesn't see any people. So I'm wondering if this still isn't a good future.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I've only ever, besides this comic, the only time we see the future is lava and fire and destruction.
Okay, so I was just curious because I mean this kind of felt like they were putting Silver away for a little bit.
I don't remember, but what I can tell you is in Sonic 06, they never show post-ending what the future looks like.
Okay,
you only get the future in levels when it's all like screwed up because of the problem that is in Sonic 06.
Okay, I was just curious because I mean, Silver's like Blaze. They kind of, you had everybody in the first arc with Metal Sonic, and then they kind of put away Blaze, for example, for the second arc for Metal Virus. I'm assuming Blaze is going to be back. We'll see, and Silver's going to be put away for a little bit. And that's just my opinion at this moment.
I mean, we'll see.
But either way, it's a nice way to cap it off by having him go to the future and be like, "It's all right. We made a good future." Thought that was nice.
Yay, we did it. But meanwhile, in one of the 800 bases that Eggman has around the world.
And he's like, so many, I like how they do make comments like, so many have been destroyed by the metal virus, but still got more.
And of course, he's going to use Omega for a new special thing.
I do like all the stuff with Omega where he's like hatred processing at peak efficiency, and at one point he's like, I bet you would, but I locked down your body so there would be no mayhem for you. Satisfaction decreased by 100%. Like, it's just
Omega is built exclusively to hate.
Why does he hate Eggman?
It has something to do with Sonic Heroes, but I couldn't tell you because I can't remember.
How do we keep ending up with games I need to play, damn it?
Because there are so many games out there, and you must play them all. Even if they're not games that your mom found.
I mean, if I actually only played the games my mom found, this show would have been ended in the first year. So.
Oh, God!
Well, especially considering, like, she didn't find that many games for me. I mean, she introduced me to gaming, but she was not, like, buying... I mean, she would buy me stuff, but usually it was stuff I asked for. So, sometimes she'd surprise me. There were a few games that she surprised me with, but, yeah, that's a different story. So, then you see that Eggman's getting ready for his plan with Omega. Zavok is locked away, but then the other 5 are still at large, you see, because one of the Cubot, or whatever the hell their names are, talks about that.
It's literally just Orbot and Cubot, because they're an orb and a cube.
It was Orbot then. Okay. That is funny. And then this is where you see that Dr. Starline is okay. He's at some base for Eggman, one of Eggman's old bases, and he's using a bunch of, like, Eggman's goons from Sonic Heroes.
Okay, so we're going to have this conversation now.
Okay.
Because in the past, I was like, remember all these key little details, Mike. They'll be important for later, and half of them have not turned up again yet. But, like, the whole idea of lawful versus chaotic evil. And now, we have Starline saying the line, Sonic is every bit the powerhouse I expected, but he's just reckless. So much wasted potential, but I have the clarity to improve. Clarity of vision. I can improve on them. I want you to remember that almost religiously.
I don't know how I feel about that comment now. Because somehow I feel like this is going to play a part later in the comic for some reason.
Perhaps.
And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm pretty sure it means something's coming that I'm 100% sure.
Perhaps.
But okay, and then I do like that because this, shows you that Dr. Starline is still in play. He's not dead, obviously, because he escaped on purpose.
Yeah, no, we need to keep him for later. We can't permanently get rid of characters, Mike. We can only keep adding more.
I'm okay with that.
Meanwhile, at the Chaotix Detective Agency, they have a lot to do because when everybody is a zombie and then gets cured, how far did you walk? Where the hell are you now?
I thought this was a good way to kind of show the after effects of a climatic. I'm not saying this right, am I?
Climatic
event. I mean, not everything always does this. Endgame does it, Avengers Endgame, but this was nice that they actually kind of have a little bit like things are not okay because people are, trying to find missing people. And I like how at the same time Vector is trying to, take all these calls. He's also trying to order a pizza. I thought that was just cute and funny.
He pops in through the door.
It is nice when Cream and the robot, her mother, and then the 2 little chows come. That is.
And Vector blushes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because he likes her mother.
Yeah, this Vanilla. Is like a popular fanship is Vanilla and Vector, and someday I will understand what people see.
I mean, it's a gator and a rabbit. I don't think you need to understand. I think you just need to walk away. It's the internet. It's a strange place.
We are a strange people here on the internet, in the Sonic fandom.
Yeah, that is a very, very true statement. And I can't argue with that one.
No.
Even if I want to.
I would willingly go to war with these people, Mike.
Which is adorable, by the way. It is adorable. Right. And then after that little scene, they volunteer to help so that way Chaotix can go do their job and investigate while people take the phone calls and file paperwork and stuff. It's a cute little moment. Then you have a small moment with Shadow and Rouge where Shadow is just upset that he lost to the metal virus because he didn't listen to Sonic.
Yeah.
And he's upset that Sonic's gone.
He almost has like a bit of humbleness to him.
Yeah, and that is the right way to put it.
Like, oh man, I could have been defeated. I thought he was being a coward. No, he was in the right. how could I do this? I'm supposed to be better. And it's like, well, Shadow, you were there, you almost had it, and then you lost it again.
Like that dumb car commercial with the fishing pole guy. Like, oh, you almost had it. I forgot what it was.
Oh, what the heck? I don't want to know.
It was an old commercial.
Conversation.
It is, but it fit.
And of course, Rouge is just like, oh, it's okay. You miss your boyfriend. And he's like, no, I fucking owe him one. I don't want to owe Sonic. And she's got this face like, sure, buddy, you miss your friend. But she doesn't say it out loud.
I like her. I've always liked her character since SA2B. Like, she's just a good character.
She is. And we'll see how good of a character she is later.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I really do look forward to reading more of this series.
Oh, no, I mean in this.
Oh, in this? Okay.
In this trilogy.
Can't remember. Okay. We'll get there shortly. But then the next couple pages you have everybody celebrating at Tangle's town.
I just realized in the group shot, Rouge is actively trying to open the window in the background.
Oh yeah, because she's stealing the diamonds.
Because she
comes up.
Yeah, from Jules' museum thing specifically.
That was quite funny. Actually, that was a good little. I didn't catch that either.
So silly. And Jet, Wave, and Storm decide not to join in the proclivities, but then my girls,
Tangle and Wolf.
Yeah, Tangle's blush as she's like, simmer girl, calm down.
So are they just friends, do we think, or are they more than friends?
Listen.
I know, it's one of the big...
I was gonna say, I am a massive member of like the Sonic shipping group. So yes, I say yes.
I mean, I think it's getting close to being implied in here too, so, you know.
Yeah, the question is, how much does Sega allow Ian Flint to put that type of stuff in is the big thing.
Yeah, that's probably, a lot of it there.
Because you can have a lot of blushing and stuff, but so far, games and everything, unless it was the old Archie comics, there have never really been any confirmed relationships of any kind.
Okay, Archie had a few.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Archie had them, but the games never have any.
No.
None of the anime have any.
Sonic and Amy
Archie comics did.
That's not really a relationship. No, yeah, Archie 100% did. I used to read the Archie, so from what I remember, it's been a long time. And then the last panel, or last page / panel, is you see Eggman showing up in a giant machine, and you just see his little face lit up, and the rest of it's all black, and he's ruining the party.
And you see tiny little red dots near the wrist of the arm.
Oh, I didn't catch that. That's because Omega's face. Okay, that's cool. And then that brings us to the next issue. And the ad for this one is Kanto again. But Kanto and the Clockwork Fairies this time is the ad.
Ooh, a sequel / spin-off / the next story arc? Oh man, I could care less.
Hey, at least we know it survived longer than nothing. So, hey, there's that, right? Or miniseries? Who knows? I mean, it's probably just a little miniseries. Because comics know if you put a number 1 in front of it, people will buy it.
This is true.
I had a friend of mine who introduced me to comics. I didn't really go to comic book stores, but back before I met Tiff, after I broke up with the woman I was seeing, that was a nightmare. And I started hanging out with the guy, and he wanted to go to comic. I'm like, sure. And he's like, and he made a comment to me. He's like, the reason there's so many ones is because they know people will buy it like me. He's like, I'll buy a number 1. He's like, I'll buy a ton of number 1s. I'll read it and see what I think, and then maybe I'll buy the second issue. And I didn't, and that's how I learned that concept. And then the more and more I've been in that world, for the last 10 years, I understand. I don't buy comics really anymore because I never got into like Wednesday pickups. I was more of I like to buy cool covers and then put them on my wall kind of thing is what I was into, or first appearances. Yeah, now I just read comics. I don't really buy many.
I have been a Wednesday pickup person in the past, like with the Tomb Raider comic.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're doing it the right way. You have something to look forward to every month, and there's new comics. Like, I get it. I'm also like, when I read comics, I like to read it like how we are here. I like to read an entire series and just read when I want. Oh, I would say when I want to, but I'm also at the same time waiting for us to do episodes. But that's my comic read. I'm not saying it's right. It's just what I do. So, all right, that brings us to issue 32. This is a cool cover.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I have a thing for mechs. It's Eggman and a giant mech with Omega chained up essentially because he's built into the center of the mech.
I think it's because we don't get the full design of the mech, and it's also just like this weird shot of what is clearly Sonic on fire coming out of the sky.
I did not catch that, by the way, until
it's just
now.
I don't know. It's a little
fair,
much, yet not enough. I don't know.
I have a weakness for mechs. Okay, a weakness.
Weird. I thought chicks were the ones that dig to giant robots.
They do too, I think, in different ways. But I just like mechs.
I also like mechs, Mike. There's
Gundams
or something model kits to the left of me.
Okay, I don't have any near me. I don't own, but I love Xenogears. But to prove my Sonic love, camera. I don't have. Oh yeah, I forgot this laptop doesn't have a camera. I have a 3D Sonic figure. I was gonna show you and everyone else I couldn't see at home. But I have a 3D printed Sonic figure that's on my desk at all times.
Okay, first of all, you could send me the photo on the phone. Second of all, do you have a 3D printer?
No, I bought it from a toy swap.
Oh, well now you have to send me the picture.
So, no, I don't have a 3D printer. When I go to toy swaps, which I go to usually about 10 of them a year because they have 10 of them a year where I am at, I like to buy 3D printed stuff. I have a 3D printed Majora's Mask. I like stuff like that. Like there was a guy selling a $300 giant Charmander, and I mean like life-size Charmander.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, it's a toy swap. Just because the price says that doesn't mean anything. Everything is haggling. That's how they work at these things. And it's wonderful. I've gotten some really cool stuff there. It's a toy swap. I buy a lot of Funko Pops for good deals too. When I mean good deals, I mean like $5. That's my favorite. Especially since the crash is coming and people are trying to unload them because people bought them just to think they were going to resell them or whatever. You can get them for cheap. And that's
my God, that is legit.
I love that because yeah, sure, we will unload a bunch of these at some point. I can guarantee you that just because we change our mind, to get rid of them. But I like buying them and especially the ones that for stuff I like characters I like in a show. There's something that doesn't have a whole lot of memorabilia. They're really cool. And they look fucking awesome when you get them signed by voice actors and stuff. Actors. So I'm getting a nice collection.
Nice.
Signed. So yeah, I like them. I did send you the picture, by the way, of my 3D printed Sonic. So all right, and then we should continue with this issue. So then you see Eggman being an asshole, threatening the party, and then he starts attacking. The Babylon rogues are going to go steal while everyone else is fighting. Because I guess the Babylon rogues are assholes.
They are.
I do kind of want to play Sonic Riders now, too.
I am willing to play the first one. I refuse to buy Kinect for a game that barely works.
Nobody should buy Kinect.
Exactly. If anybody wants to mod that game to work with controllers, I'm listening.
I probably own it, to be honest with you. I had a Kinect. Oh, I have a Kinect. It's not hooked up. It never will be, but I have a Kinect.
Yeah, no, the Babylon rogues seem to also be thieves. So they're like, while they fight, we'll steal the gems. Shit, where are the gems?
And I like how you have one little panel of Rouge sitting on top of the roof. She's like, it'll hurt returning these, but it's worth it just for this moment.
Yes, and the question becomes, why would she return them? And it's like, okay, Sega has this weird thing where the different media branches of Sonic, like the movies versus the animes versus the games versus the comics, etc., may or may not exist in the same universe. Clearly, the Paramount movies have to be their own separate universe. But like we've talked about in the past, Forces is clearly a prologue to this comic. But that would imply that all of the games, or a good amount of the games, have been canon.
Yes.
But where are the people?
I mean, the games don't really have people either. Well,
look at Sonic Unleashed. Look at Sonic
I've never
Adventure
played
1, 2, and Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay. Fucking A.
So the theory is Ian Flynn doesn't have permission to use humans unless it's Eggman, because Eggman is the big villain. Now, Eggman, in our last episode, did bring up that, there are other... It was either him or Zavik said there are other worlds to conquer, we'll infect this place with the metal virus and then we'll spread. Or if we can't make the vaccine and it looks like we might screw this up, screw it. There are other worlds. So I'm wondering if Earth exists and Mobius exists.
Oh, Mobius is from Archie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's the thing, is it's like we're in this hyper convoluted fandom with all these different rules. Like, I think at one point, either in this volume or the last volume, there is a picture of all the different planets when he says, oh, we'll go someplace else. And one of them, you can clearly see Europe and Africa. And it's like, okay, that is Earth.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, the reason why I bring all this up is because of the whole it'll hurt returning these that Rouge says. Because in some versions of canon, like with Sonic X and with a lot of fan comics, she eventually joins Gun.
Oh.
And so I really do think that
Gun would be human. So
yeah. So half the time, I think she just continues to steal jewels, even though she doesn't need to, because it's continuing to hone her instincts and her abilities. It's like going to the gym for her.
Okay. I mean, and to be fair, Jewel is technically her friend in quotation, so maybe she's like, I shouldn't steal and keep them.
Yeah, specifically from her.
So, yeah, that's how I took it. I mean, the Babylon Rogues wouldn't have cared because they have no real relationship with, the characters in this case, so.
Like in Sonic Battle. In Sonic Battle, Rouge owns a nightclub. Where is she getting the funds for the nightclub? Oh.
Man, how many Sonic games can Phoebe go, oh yeah, I should play? Why we're doing an episode of Sonic? I don't like this.
So, Sonic 3D Blast, Tails Adventure, Sonic Spinball.
I played Spinball, actually, but not covered it. Nor do I want to play it again or cover it, for the record. That is not one. That one I have no interest. Like, fuck that game.
Etc., etc.
So, Sonic Battle, yes, I wouldn't mind playing again someday, because Game Boy Advance has some fucking gems. So, then you see, they're all fighting Omega, or the Omega Eggman robotic thing. And
the giant Omega.
Yes. And then you have a scene with Blaze and Sonic, and where Blaze is, because Sonic can't remember, so she grabs all her Soul Emerald, and she goes Super Blaze, essentially, to kickstart his memory, because then he remembers him being Super Sonic, for some reason. Yeah, that's how they do that. And then it goes back to them fighting Eggman. There's a funny scene where Tails like, okay, there's going to be like a power thing to to take him out. And when they open the back of it and you see the port, that's a is it VGA, right?
That's like a VGA, two USB A's, a
Ethernet.
Yeah, an Ethernet port.
And an auxiliary port. So this triggered me a little bit.
It's just a computer tower.
Yeah, I know, but it triggered me because a few days before recording this podcast, I short-circuited my laptop, and right after you see this panel, you see them stick something to the USB port, and then you see a guy get electrocuted, which are two different things, because it's the Gemroll, the robot. But it triggered me because that's what happened to my laptop, because I had a USB-C power cord and I have a USB-C microphone that has a USB-A adapter. I ended up leaving the adapter in, grabbed the wrong cord, shoved it in, and blew a computer.
Mike, you could have saved the world before Sonic showed up.
So I am still upset. It was a $500 mistake, essentially. How much it cost me to get a new one and get my data back. So, very upset. But yeah, so when I bought a new laptop, I purposely made sure the laptop did not have a USB-C power cord. So I could not do this again. Didn't know that would happen. And apparently it's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be protection that if you do that, it just turns off and then you can get it back going. Apparently mine went, nah, fuck that, and just fried. I still have it if I ever want to take it apart. So I could. But yeah, don't do that, by the way, guys. Fun fact. But that's what it made me think of. And then they do end up kind of messing up Omega. I think they put a virus into him where Omega starts to take over himself, so he starts to control the machine because he still wants to kill Dr. Eggman.
And what does Eggman do? He just pulls out the Glock.
Yeah, that. I did not expect that. He has a fucking laser pistol in his pocket.
No. I can say something that'll be really fun. We do later on get to see how badass Eggman can be without machines.
Oh, all right.
It turns out Eggman can do some stuff.
And then you see them fighting, which is cool. And then it goes back to Sonic and Blaze, where he got his memory back because of what she did with the Super Blaze. So then she sends him back to his world in a blaze of fire. And then the next page is him showing up to fight Eggman. And I do like that his first line is, "Hey guys, miss me?"
And they're all shocked. And then he just looks over. Yep.
I was shocked too.
Seems I didn't miss much. Eggman's doing some bullshit again.
Yeah, it was a good moment, and he takes out Eggman's robot fast. He frees Omega pretty quick, and then of course Eggman runs away in his little fucking egg. I know that thing has to have.
It's the capsule.
Is that the name?
Egg capsule.
Okay.
Because they said it last volume.
Oh, all right. So yeah, he runs away in the egg capsule, and I do like how everybody has to hug him, and Amy's the first, and Tails is the second, which makes sense.
And Whisper stuck in between Tangle and Sonic. What's really interesting, so okay, here's the fun part. Because, of course, I noticed that Tangle and Whisper are blushing. Why is Rouge blushing in the group hug?
Huh. I can't tell. Maybe, okay, I'm going to make a comment, because General's right in front of her, and depending on where his body was, it could be touching parts of her. Maybe he's vibrating. How's that for an answer?
That is fair.
Not what you expected, is it?
Mike, I expect everything with all these characters all the time.
And you probably expect sexy references from me too at this point. So
see, that's the problem.
You know me too well at this point. So, and then it kind of just wraps. They save the town. Town's on fire. Sonic runs, and then it's just kind of like he's just sitting on top of a house, and he's like, "I hope Silver and Blaze can come back and not have to deal with some kind of disaster." And then he runs off for the Chow races, is what the end of the issue says.
Right, that is the next arc.
Oh, and fun fact, the ad for this issue is Team Sonic Racing one shot again, which we've seen before.
Wow, it's not the fucking little robot knight this time?
No, this time it's Sonic.
We're free!
I'm sure he'll be back, because it's the same fucking ads over and over again. I want different ads. More fun that way. So, yeah, and that ends the Metal Virus arc completely. It's finally fucking done. So happy. The next arc, I saw two different names. I think it's called Operation Remaster, though. Pretty sure is the name.
For the 4-issue arc, or for
no, for the whole
saga?
2-year saga.
Jesus, it lasted 2 years? Oh my god.
Issue 39 to 65 is Operation Remaster.
Yeah, I know that. Wow.
So it's going to take us a bit to get through that. It's longer than Metal Virus, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to do math right now. Probably, because there's 2 miniseries in this one versus Metal Virus only had 1, so there's a bit to read. What issue does your stuff go up to? 62?
I am up to 50 currently.
Okay, so you have that whole
every
arc.
Single side series within there.
Okay, so yeah, we'll be able to read that, and then we'll be caught up. Or by the time we finish Remaster, I'm assuming you'll have more trades. I'm assuming.
Yes, because I think I said last time, IDW Collection Volume 6 comes out in May, I think.
Okay, yeah, so we probably won't have this wrapped up by May at the rate we go, unless we did like every
every time. Just about every IDW collection is like 3 episodes. So I have about 15 episodes worth of comic.
You mean issues?
No. It's 12 issues in a book, but like that's 3 arcs.
Oh. Okay.
And we normally do an arc per episode, so that is
about
15 arcs, which 15 episodes.
I understand now.
Math, Mike.
Math hard.
Math fun.
I'm actually decent at math. I just don't like it much. I'm good when it's practical. But when I was in high school, it was never practical. It was just stupid, and I'm like, this is pointless. But now when it's practical, I'm good. Like, I'm good at percentages. I'm good at math when it matters, but I'm also not thinking. I'm just waiting for my laptop to get delivered. So that's not helping my mindset. Because it's coming today between now and 12:30, and I want it now. Okay, now between 10 and 12. Okay. It's my laptop, and I want it now! Okay. Somebody out there groaned. Maybe Phoebe did too, but she didn't put it out loud. So,
internally, I was screaming.
You know the dumb commercials. So, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. I'll go first. I'm going to put this on the shelf. I enjoyed this 3 issues. It was a nice wrap up to a very, 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 very sad saga. And I needed that. I needed a little bow put on my depression of Sonic. So, I enjoyed it. I had a good time reading this on the shelf. Phoebe.
Okay, so I would like to point out that in the past, I have said a lot of stacks because I am very particular with shelving and stuff. I should be more lenient, and a lot of the past episodes should have been on the shelf. But that being said, I'm still putting this on the stack because I had wished parts of it lasted longer. It feels weirdly paced at points. When each issue of this 3-issue arc has only about 1 to 2 issues or 1 to 2 pages of Sonic in Blaze's world, What that means is that out of a total of 60 or so pages, 5 to 6 of them are Sonic with amnesia, Sonic no longer with amnesia, Sonic back in his world. I think it goes way too fast. I wish we had a full 4 issues where he wasn't there and the weight of the Metal Virus saga, like the aftermath lasted longer and they felt the consequences of their win for a bit longer and then Sonic comes back.
Yeah, it seemed very quick. I thought it would have been like some point during the arc, not right away.
Yeah, so that's why I'm putting it on the stack, because everything else works, but I wish the weight of their bittersweet victory lasted longer. I wish it stayed bittersweet for at least a full book. And instead it's like, oh man, you're in my world now. Snap a finger. Okay, you're going to go home now.
Yeah, it was a little quick, but it's Sonic and it's a kid's comic, technically. So, yeah. But yeah, I had a little bit of an issue with it too. So I wouldn't disagree. So,
and yay, you're free of the Metal Virus.
I'm so happy to be free of the Metal Virus. It was a hard saga to read. So I'm happy that it's done. I can move on, and I'm excited to see what comes. The next episode of this will be that we get to read Sonic Bad Guys. That's the next thing that jumps off for our reading order when that happens.
Oh, you're gonna hate that one. You think you complain about me bringing up other games? Oh man.
Maybe I'll play these games. I won't be as upset. Maybe, right?
Maybe.
Like, nope, not at all. All right. I have not played enough Sonic games. This comic has made me realize like I need to play more Sonic games. I know that for a fact now. And I won't. All right. Plugs. Phoebe, where can people find you at?
They can find me over on Twitter and Blue Sky as the LP Princess, on Twitch and YouTube as the Let's Play Princess, where I don't know when this is coming out, but I will soon be starting a
February.
Hat in Time. And you can also find me as one of the co-hosts of Nerds of Broadcast.
Right. And if you enjoyed this episode, there are over 900 episodes of this podcast. If you want to hear the rest of our Sonic content, there's a decent amount right now, actually. It'll all be in the show notes, so check that out. If you want to support the show, do we have a Patreon? We'll dog vote in our Patreon poll. We have 2 polls for this month, and then I don't know about March. We'll see. It all depends how long I stay caught up. That's what affects it, is how many things are tied that I have to then do a bunch of them and get behind again, because I don't like that. So, and if you donate $10 or more, I will plug your podcast or YouTube like these wonderful people. Phoebe Stanton, which you already heard, and Zach from Absolutely the Best Podcast of Work in Progress. They talk about MCU movies, and they are currently doing the Alien Predator franchise. So check them out too. And also check out Gamer Looks 40 with Bill Tucker. He's back. I think Gamer Looks 40 is on hiatus, but he's doing his new podcast, Carrying My Cross. So check that out. A religious podcast, but still very good. Bill's a great guy. And want to hear some of my awesome intro and outro is Helena at Hell Has Free on TikTok and Instagram. And please join our Discord. If you want to be on the show, you want to suggest things for the show, join our Discord. Makes me happy. Do that. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcasts. And that's everything I need to say, so we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.